Hey everyone, it's Sharon at Willabella Soaps. We are in the process of making our Merry Mistletoe soap, so come and join us. I'm just kind of blending up my butters and oils. And there's kale and clay in there as well. Now I'm going to add the lye water. I'm going to give it a quick stir. It's because I've added sodium lactate to it. And it also has silk, water, and lye. Put that off to the side. This is where the fun happens. I'm becoming a messy soaper lately, I'm finding out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's still like little pockets of oil up on top. And even though it feels like it's an emulsion, I think we actually have false trace because of that, because it's cold in my house today. Let's see if we can't get that stirred up a little bit. All right, I think we're good. Now we're going to move over to this one. But first, I actually have the titanium dioxide added in with my lye water for this one, so we can get some white soap. Trying to get that blended up really good because it kind of sticks on the bottom. All right, here we go. And that was what I was talking about. A lot of times it will stick to the bottom. And I'm not going to stir this one that much because titanium dioxide can cause it to accelerate some. I'm just going to stick that in there. And then I'm going to pour off some red and green, and because red and green when blended can make a very ugly color, this is only going to have minimal amounts of both, and then the rest will be white. And I'm going to go ahead and add it into here. So we will actually have quite a bit of the white. I don't know if that's hard to see. Is that any better? And I'm scraping out the container because I don't want to lose any of that wonderful soap. And I may actually add some more titanium dioxide to this. And I want to get all the white in here as well as the fragrance before I switch over to the other. Because once you start doing that, the colors will bleed into that white. Burping out the oil, or the bubbles. The air gets trapped in there, and when it goes flying, it is not fun. I think it needs more white. What about you? If I can get it open. And titanium dioxide is messy. Okay, I'm going to stick blend this really quick and add in the fragrance oil as well. And since this has most of it, I'm going to put most of it in here. And it actually went yellow, which is surprising and not necessarily a good thing, but we're going to go with it. Maybe if we're lucky, it'll go to a nice off-white and stay there. I'm excited that the fragrance oil has slowed down trace. It is a mix of a fragrance by Liebermuth that I can't find anymore, which is Merry Mistletoe, as well as Brambleberry's Woodland Elves. And I have to tell you, it definitely smells like Christmas in here. All right, I'm going to move this aside for now. I'll go ahead and work on these two other colors. And the green is a blend of two colors from Nurture Soap. It is lime green and jade green. And I want those to really be pops of color. So. And I am really loving how green that looks. Funny thing about green, it will morph and then turn back to a pretty green color. I remember the first time I started soaping with greens and oranges and even some yellows, and they morphed. Kind of freaked me out. All right. And now, something I hadn't thought about is from here, I'm wanting to go to the red. So I think I'm just going to scrape this as best as I can. Or maybe just leave it over here to kind of drain. Go ahead and just use a whisk for that. And this is Trial by Fire mixed with My Red Obsession. I thought this would make a really pretty pop of red and still go a little darker red to kind of match the cranberries that I have. So here we go. Oh, a little secret for other soapers, I always put the fragrance right in front of me so I don't forget it. That has happened many, many times. Whoops! Maybe I should have used a bigger container, but it is what it is. I'll use the other whisk for this one. Still very fluid, but the white, I have a feeling it's gotten stiff. Okay, for now, I'm going to scoot these over to the side, and we're going to pour some of the white in. Kind of cleaning up my area a little bit. to get that mixed up a little bit in there. Add some extra fragrance oil. Instead of trying to overwhelm that, I've went ahead and added it into the white batter. Trying to give it a good stir, get it all mixed up. And my wonderful husband, Paul, is helping me film today. I gotta switch glasses. Eventually, it always happens. The others get too fogged up and I can't see. Did you see these where they're marked down here? I try to mark out my containers so that when I place things, I can see where they go. And that's what these little marks are on the side. All right, let's get some of this into the mold. The design idea is the white, which is actually now a cream, on the bottom. And I'm going to jiggle them. I want it to kind of go all the way down. And then I'm going to take some of the green. Remember me telling you about it morphing? Do you see the color change? And it will go back to that pretty green 24, 48 hours later. Because red and greens don't always play well together, I'm going to try to put them side by side, but not right on top of each other. Thanks. A little more of the white. Actually, it's so thick, I don't think I'll have much problem with them blending too much. So that in itself is good news. Just give that a stir. That's actually still, I'm going to pour it from a pie so that it'll go down to the bottom, hopefully. Oops, I went a little over. Get that cleaned up. Handcrafted soap is some of the best to use on your skin, but the first couple of days it is very dangerous, so you have to be careful. We're going to try some of the green. The design I'm going for, I'm wanting to have mostly white on the top, and you'll see why soon. I'm going to give these a good bang. So watch your ears. Trying to get all the air bubbles out. All right, so now I'm going to kind of scrape that green out. And then I'll do the same with the red after I pour a little bit more of the white on top. So my instinct is to always swirl them. I'm going to have to resist the effort this time. Going to do the same. Oh, wait. I said I was going to do some more of the white. I almost forgot. And I'm going to bang it again. But hopefully usually will keep the what do you think? Should I swirl it? I think it's thick enough. I think I'm going to give it a swirl. I'm going to kind of move all this stuff out of the way. And just concentrate on the soap for a minute. Let me grab my tool. Huh. I don't see it. Okay, plan B. Don't want to swirl it too much, just enough to kind of give it some movement. Yeah, I like that one a lot. All right. Okay, time to bang it. And then I'm going to try to clean up the edges because I want the top part to be all white or off-white. So I'm going to take a chopstick, just clean up these edges to the best of my ability. All right, we're going to take a quick break while we wait for the soap to get firm enough to put the white on top. We'll be right back. Use those layers, and you'll see why when we add the toppers on here. I don't know that it would break through. It's pretty good consistency. Kind of feels like icing. Just want to make sure I have enough for both. I think we'll have plenty, but just in case. Is anybody else hungry? Because now I'm thinking about cake. If you know me, you know I have a weakness for cake. All right. Couldn't get on that end. And I'm just going to give this a shake and a wiggle. And a nice bang. Look at this. Can you get it over here in the light better? Trade you back. And we're just going to do this again and get it completely even, and then we're going to come back and add the top. Mainly because I know this can get very boring to watch go over and over. I'm just going to do this so kind of have a guideline to where that middle is. All right. Now we are going to add these. And I know it's kind of dangerous. I honestly cannot do this with my gloves on. So just bear with me. And I have my markings right here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. And I'm going to take my 2 leaves to the best of my ability and do that. And then I'm going to take 3 red berries. By the way, I use soap dough or sorcery soaps for my soap recipes for soap dough. All right, I'm not going to bore you guys with watching me do all of these. So tune back in to see the cut. Ooh.